Who will marry Princess Leonor? Royal secrets revealed. Spain's future queen. A nation watching her every move. But the question no one dares to ask aloud. Who will marry Princess Leonor? Because behind her perfect smile lies a secret even the palace can't control. Princess Leonor of Spain, the future queen, the symbol of a modern monarchy, and the young woman whose destiny was written long before she was born. Her every gesture, her every word, her every friendship is watched, dissected, and analyzed. Yet one question continues to ignite endless speculation across Europe and beyond: who will stand beside her as king consort? To understand who might marry Leonor, we must first understand the world she was born into. The Spanish royal family is not just a symbol of national pride, it's a political, cultural, and emotional cornerstone of a country that still balances tradition with modern change. And Leonor, just 19 years old, carries that balance on her shoulders. From her earliest days, Leonor was groomed for greatness. Born in 2005 to King Felipe VI and Queen Letizia, she was destined to lead Spain into a new era. She's fluent in multiple languages, disciplined, and educated among the global elite, but what people forget is that behind the royal title stands a young woman who, like anyone else, longs for genuine connection. The question of her future husband is not simply a romantic one, it's political, cultural, and deeply personal. Because whoever marries Leonor won't just become her partner, he'll become a symbol of Spain's future. Let's explore the possibilities. The first theory comes from within Europe's oldest royal networks. Some insiders believe that a marriage alliance with another royal or noble family is inevitable, a way to strengthen Spain's diplomatic ties while keeping tradition alive. Names from Denmark, Belgium, and even Monaco have been quietly whispered in royal circles. One name that keeps resurfacing is that of Prince Christian of Denmark. Close in age, equally poised, and next in line to his own throne, he shares Leonor's burden of royal expectation. The two reportedly crossed paths during international royal events, where their chemistry didn't go unnoticed. But could two heirs from two separate monarchies realistically unite? The idea is romantic, but politically complex. Others point toward Prince Gabriel of Belgium, charming, discreet, and raised with the same sense of duty as Leonor. While nothing official connects them, both share similar paths: strict education, global exposure, and a deep understanding of modern monarchy. But in today's world, arranged royal marriages are no longer the norm. That brings us to a different possibility: the commoner. Queen Letizia herself broke centuries of tradition when she married King Felipe. A journalist, a woman of the people, Letizia changed what it meant to be royal. And now, her daughter may follow in her footsteps. Could Leonor's future husband be someone far from aristocratic circles, a man chosen not for title but for love? Rumors have swirled about Leonor's friendships from her time at UWC Atlantic College in Wales, known for producing royals who fall in love outside their circles. Surrounded by students from over 90 countries, she experienced life beyond palace walls: laughter, debate, independence, and perhaps, first love. Insiders say that one of those connections might have left a lasting impression. Then came her military training in Zaragoza, a place where hierarchy is earned, not inherited. Surrounded by cadets who see her not as a princess, but as a fellow soldier, Leonor experienced a new kind of respect, one built on strength and discipline. Among those cadets, some say, is a man who caught her attention: loyal, humble, and far removed from royal glamour. The Spanish press has speculated endlessly. Some tabloids claim she's already close to someone from that world, someone who understands her need for privacy but also shares her sense of duty. Still, the palace has remained silent. Silence is not denial. In royal language, silence often means control, a strategy to protect a truth not yet ready to be told. But what does Leonor want? To answer that, we have to look at her mother, Queen Letizia. Letizia's story is one of rebellion and destiny intertwined. She married for love, not for lineage, and faced intense scrutiny for it. Many insiders believe she has quietly encouraged Leonor to follow her heart, even if it means challenging expectations. Yet, King Felipe, dignified and traditional, remains cautious. He knows that love in the royal world can be both a blessing and a battlefield. Because history has shown that royal love stories rarely come without consequence. From Britain's King Edward VIII abdicating for love, to Norway's Crown Prince Haakon defying criticism to Mary met Marit, the tension between heart and crown is timeless. Leonor is different, though. She represents a generation that values authenticity over image. She's not likely to choose someone for political advantage, but she also knows her choice will shape Spain's monarchy forever. Now, here's where it gets even more intriguing. Recent photos from royal events show Leonor's growing confidence. She smiles less like a teenager and more like a leader. Her gaze has a calm certainty, the kind of look that suggests she's already made personal decisions the world doesn't yet know about. Spanish commentators have noticed subtle hints, a shift in her body language, quiet moments of reflection, small gestures that feel more personal than ceremonial. Could she already be in love? A report from a respected Spanish publication mentioned that Leonor maintains close correspondence with a friend from her school years abroad, a friend described as grounded, intelligent, and deeply respectful of her privacy. No names were mentioned, but the details were strikingly consistent across multiple sources. Could this be the person who will one day stand beside her as Spain's king consort? If so, the royal household is likely preparing, carefully and quietly. Royal traditions dictate that before any public acknowledgement, the potential partner must undergo discreet vetting. Background checks, family history, and public perception all play crucial roles. The palace will not allow history to repeat the mistakes of the past. But Leonor's situation is unique. Unlike her predecessors, she's growing up in an age of transparency. Every detail of her life, every expression, every movement, is recorded, shared, and analyzed online. She knows that any relationship she reveals will instantly become global news. So, she waits. She focuses on her training, on her studies, on her duty. She knows that love, in her world, must be patient, strategic, even. But make no mistake, Leonor's heart is her own. And when she chooses, it will not be out of obligation, but conviction. The question is, how will Spain react? Public opinion is divided. Some dream of a royal alliance with another European heir, a power couple, to modernize the monarchy's image. Others hope for a more relatable match, a love story that feels human, real, and emotional. If Leonor were to marry a commoner, it would redefine the Spanish monarchy once again, bridging the gap between royalty and ordinary life. But it could also challenge centuries of tradition and stir quiet disapproval among conservative voices within the institution. What's certain is that whoever marries Princess Leonor will face an extraordinary challenge, stepping into a role without precedent. Spain hasn't had a reigning queen in nearly 200 years. Her husband won't be king by title, but he'll be the most visible consort in modern Spanish history. He'll have to navigate a world of ceremony, diplomacy, and public expectation, all while supporting a woman destined to lead a nation. Few men could handle that pressure. Even fewer could do so while maintaining love and normalcy. So, who will it be? A royal from abroad, symbolizing alliance. A classmate from her student days, representing modern love. Or a soldier from her military training, embodying strength and loyalty. No one outside the palace knows. But one thing is certain, the decision will not be rushed. The crown cannot afford impulsive romance. Yet the heart cannot live forever in silence. In many ways, Leonor's journey mirrors her country's, poised between old-world expectations and the modern spirit of freedom. Her future marriage, whenever it comes, will be more than a love story. It will be a defining moment for Spain itself. And as the world watches her grow into her destiny, one truth becomes clear: the question of who will marry Princess Leonor is not just about love. It's about legacy, evolution, and the quiet power of choice. Because in the end, the real story isn't just who she'll marry, it's who she'll become before she does. And that is the secret the palace can't control, the truth the world is waiting to see. Princess Leonor's heart may belong to one man, but her destiny, as always, belongs to history.